What are you doing?
What are we doing? We're going to kill an elk.
Cool, let's go do it.
Let's do it. What's good, people? We had a hell of a night. Tried to capture some of it for you, but the wind gusts were insane. Just rocking the truck, shoving some yellow tubs around outside. Thankfully, nothing was opened up or tipped over or anything like that. We prepped everything last night so we could grab our stuff and go this morning, and while we were grabbing our stuff, we're hearing bugles. We were thinking about just diving into the timber after them, and I'm glad we didn't because we weren't sure where they were coming from. So we got up here, I think one just piped off. Then we glassed up a small herd. 3 cows? I think 3 cows and a really nice 6-point that are working their way up an open slope. I just grabbed some footage for you guys on the phone scope. So they're not in a spot for us to make a play, so we're going to watch them, see where they end up. Another great start to the day. And it rained last night too, so the ground should be a little quieter today. Anyways, enjoy. It's going to be another awesome day of elk hunting. I'll talk to you, all right. My lady is clutch. First of all, she spotted that big bull this morning. We watched him, and it turns out he has 4 cows, or 2 cows and 2 calves. And they worked their way all the way up over the top of this mountain. That's probably close to an 800-foot climb to who knows where. There's lots of timber on the other side. We were going to make a play on him. There's another bull that is bugling off and on down in the bottom, so we were going to push through that bull, try and make a play if we could, but really go after that big one. Well, we're just getting ready to pack up, and she says, "I've got an elk on the ridge line where you spotted him yesterday. I've got 2. We look over there. It's the same herd. They made a big loop around the backside of this ridge and came back onto the side we're on. Now there's still a ways up there, but it's much more gettable. That was just a clutch move. It's crazy. I mean, they were visible for probably 30 to 45 seconds. And if she didn't spot them right then, I mean, we're on a wild goose chase. We're going up this huge ridge, and they're not even there. It's a much different day today with the cloud cover, and it's probably 10 degrees cooler. So we're hoping that it keeps them vocal a little bit longer, but we're going to watch the hillside a little bit longer just to see if those elk pop out somewhere else. And then we're going to get moving and go make it happen. Okay, they are working across the other hillside. Either they picked up cows or it's a different herd.
Oh, interesting. What are you doing?
What are we doing? We're going to kill an elk.
Cool, let's go do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to make a big loop because we have to. Yeah, our best way to get over there is to circle around and get in from above them.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I mean,
The truck coming.
Let's do it. Let's wait for the truck. working down this ridge. We're about 250 yards above where we last left them in this draw here. But the wind is still a little funky. So we're going to drop down this ridge a little bit, use the ridge as a bit of a buffer, try and pick our way through these aspens. We will need the wind to hold a little bit. We're going to come in from the side. I feel like that's our safest bet because it's primarily been shooting up or shooting down. But this is crunch time. Like, this is the zone where it starts to matter more with every step. We're going to get him. We're slipping down through here pretty good. Some tricky spots, getting through some tangled aspens, but I think we're in pretty good shape. So we're going to be popping out real quick. And then we're just going to ease over this rise. We'll be about 110 yards once we hit that rise. And I think from there, we're going to keep low, watch and listen, try and see if we can figure out where they're at and what's going on. We heard a bugle right down here, but we're just about to the top of the knob. We're going to get there so we have some cover. So we've got some hunters about 500 yards away. All the bugling bowler hunters down here. Got our guy to sound off. It sounds like he's a ways up.
That's what the bull is.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to know where the bull is? Right up there. Yeah. We'll poke up here and see if there's some terrain we can use. Alright, we're in the same draw. The elk are in. We just dipped down in here to see if the wind was doing something different. It's mostly been going up. So I think we're just gonna ease in here and hope for the best. I imagine they're bedded down in there up a little further. One thing we did yesterday that worked really well for us is we primarily moved when the breeze kicked up. Provides motion and sound cover. We're doing that again today, and the closer you get, the more valuable that is. So we'll be patient, move when we can. I think we're really close. So we're just gonna hold up for a little bit and hope they get themselves away. That really helped us yesterday. We were about 50 or 60 yards. We could hear a bull raking. That helped us know kind of where to go to cut the distance. Wind is still kind of iffy, so we don't want to wait too long, but I sticks and twigs, so I'm gonna hit a couple soft cow calls and just see if we can get a locate. If they were anywhere in this draw, they would hear that. I really feel like they caught our wind at some point and just walked out of here. That's the difference of seeing exactly where they are and not seeing exactly where they are. Also, the wind was equally as crappy, if not worse. I'd say worse, actually, because we were really quiet for a long time. And we just didn't get the vocalization out of them that we needed, and we didn't want to create that by giving our position up. So I think we'll go sit up here in the sun. It's a little chilly in here. Eat a snack. And figure out our next move. Just Hail Marys, folks. It's not a great time to bugle. It's windy, but you never know. We were hoping we'd hear a bugle while we were snacking, and that didn't happen. So we decided to get up and go find a bugle. We've seen a few elk top over this big ridge where we've been glassing from. The last 2 mornings, we saw a different elk pop over, and we're in a pretty decent position to kind of hook around and go hit that. So we're gonna work our way over there. Side, really steep slope here, north face, timbered for 800 feet, 1,000 feet below us. Just smashing that side hill, stopping to listen, calling pretty lightly, and then moving on. It's 10 to 5, and they've been up and moving around kind of around this time is when we've started seeing them. So we're hoping they just start getting out in the openings and bugling a little bit on their own. Man, when we set out today, we thought it was going to be a little bit of a different kind of day. But we're putting the miles on. It's a pretty crazy loop that we're in the middle of right now, which is probably why we've seen elk top over here every morning. Nobody's over here. Are you having fun?
Yeah, this is awesome. Really cool. I don't know what the elk are doing, but we're in the best spot on the mountain, so can't really control what the elk do.
Unfortunately.
They can make their own choices, but they're making the wrong ones.
We've had enough. Nothing's cracking over here, so we're gonna go drop in on that 5 point. We keep calling him a 5-point. We think he's a 5-point. He could be a small 6. But he's been down there for a couple days, I think. Maybe it's a different bowl every day, but we think he's been hanging out there all day. And we've got like about 800 to 1,000 feet down an open face, mostly sage. It starts to get sparse trees in the bottom. So we'll just pick our way down and probably glass a little bit on our way down, take inventory, and yeah, just make it happen. That's all we're gonna do, just make it happen. At the bottom. Wasn't too bad. It's steep. Puts a toll on your feet, but only took us about 40 minutes or so. We haven't heard any bugles, and we only have an hour of shooting light left. So we're gonna try and fire them up. Just firing this way. Beautiful. Well, there were people making a bunch of racket over here right before we got to the bottom. I think they just shut the elk down. We've heard bugles in here every night we've been here. So, I mean, that's got to be it. I don't know. So, what we're going to do is bomb over here and try and get up to our glassy knob with any light left. We've got about 30 minutes of good glassing light. And we're going to have to push it, I think, to make it. Cool. I think we can do it. It's maybe a 400 foot climb. We got it. We'll do it. We'll see you up there. Love it. It's so good. That's so much better than like rock with marbles on it. Just slide right down.
Well, we got back in time to throw the glass up for 5 minutes maybe. It was really hard to see anything, and we didn't see anything. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It does help us out. And share with a friend.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
I don't think we...
Small.